The Pareto Principle 80/20th rule, do more by doing less, animated. In the realm of productivity and efficiency, few concepts have garnered as much attention and practical application as the Pareto Principle, commonly known as the 80/20th rule. This powerful yet simple idea suggests that roughly 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. Named after Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto, this principle has far-reaching implications across various aspects of life and business, offering a unique perspective on how to maximize results with minimal effort. The origins of the Pareto Principle. The story of the Pareto Principle begins in an unlikely place, Vilfredo Pareto's garden. In the late 19th century, Pareto noticed that approximately 20% of the pea pods in his garden produced 80% of the healthy peas. This observation led him to explore this distribution in other areas, notably discovering that 80% of the land in Italy was owned by just 20% of the population. This initial observation sparked a revolutionary idea that would later be applied to numerous fields, from economics and business to personal productivity and time management. The universal application of the 80/20th rule. What makes the Pareto Principle so compelling is its apparent universality. Examples of this distribution can be found in various aspects of life. Wardrobe: 20% of our clothes are worn 80% of the time. Business: 20% of a company's customers often generate 80% of its revenue. Literature: 20% of a book's pages contain 80% of its crucial information. Social media: 20% of social media posts generate 80% of user engagement. Personal productivity: 20% of our efforts produce 80% of our results. Understanding the principle's flexibility. It's crucial to note that the Pareto Principle is not a hard and fast rule, but rather a general observation. The exact ratio can vary. It might be 70/30ths, 90/10ths, or any other split. The key insight is that a minority of causes often lead to a majority of results, and vice versa. Applying the Pareto Principle in everyday life. Time management. By identifying the 20% of activities that yield 80% of your results, you can focus your energy more effectively. This might mean prioritizing high-impact tasks at work, spending more time on the most fulfilling relationships, focusing on the most effective study methods, learning and education. In educational settings, the 80/20th rule can be a game changer. Identify the core 20% of the curriculum that will likely appear on exams. Focus on understanding key concepts rather than memorizing every detail. Allocate study time to subjects that will have the most significant impact on your overall performance. Business and marketing. For entrepreneurs and marketers, the Pareto Principle offers valuable insights. Identify and focus on the top 20% of customers who generate 80% of revenue. Concentrate marketing efforts on the most effective channels. Streamline product lines to focus on the most profitable items. Personal finance. Applying the 80/20th rule to personal finances can lead to significant improvements. Identify the 20% of expenses that account for 80% of your spending. Focus on the 20% of investments that yield 80% of your returns. Allocate more resources to the areas that provide the most financial benefit. Skill development. When learning new skills, the Pareto Principle suggests: identify the 20% of techniques that will yield 80% of the results. Focus on mastering fundamental skills before moving to advanced techniques. Spend more time practicing the most impactful aspects of the skill. Health and fitness. Even in health and fitness, the 80/20th rule can guide more effective strategies. Focus on the 20% of exercises that yield 80% of fitness results, often compound movements. Identify the 20% of dietary changes that will lead to 80% of health improvements. Allocate more time to the most effective recovery techniques. Implementing the Pareto Principle, a step-by-step approach. Analyze your current situation. Begin by examining your activities, whether in work, study, or personal life. List out all your tasks, projects, or commitments. Identify the vital few. Look for the 20% of activities that are producing the majority of your desired results. These are your vital few. Prioritize the vital few. Allocate more time, energy, and resources to these high-impact activities. This might mean scheduling them during your most productive hours or giving them more of your attention. Minimize or eliminate the trivial many. For the remaining 80% of activities that only produce 20% of results, consider delegating these tasks, automating them where possible, eliminating them if they're not essential. Regularly reassess. The 80/20th distribution may change over time. Regularly review your activities to ensure you're still focusing on the most impactful areas. Overcoming challenges in applying the Pareto Principle. While the 80-20th rule is powerful, implementing it can come with challenges. Resistance to change. It can be difficult to let go of activities or habits, even if they're not producing significant results. Difficulty in identifying the vital few. Sometimes it's not immediately clear which activities are most impactful. Guilt over neglecting tasks. There might be a sense of guilt about focusing less on certain areas. Overemphasis on efficiency. While efficiency is important, it's crucial not to lose sight of effectiveness and overall goals. To overcome these challenges, start small. Apply the principle to one area of your life at a time, and gradually expand its application as you become more comfortable with the approach. The power of less is more. The Pareto Principle embodies the idea that less is more. By focusing on the vital few activities that produce the majority of results, you can achieve more while doing less. This approach not only increases productivity but can also reduce stress and improve overall life satisfaction. Conclusion: embracing the 80-20th mindset. The Pareto Principle offers a powerful lens through which to view our activities and efforts. By understanding that a small portion of our actions lead to the majority of our results, we can make more informed decisions about how to allocate our time and resources. Implementing the 80-20th rule doesn't mean neglecting the 80% entirely. Rather, it's about recognizing where our efforts are most effective and adjusting our focus accordingly. This mindset can lead to increased productivity, better time management, and a more balanced approach to work and life. As you move forward, challenge yourself to identify the 20% in various aspects of your life that yield 80% of the results. Whether it's in your career, education, relationships, or personal development, applying the Pareto Principle can help you achieve more by doing less, allowing you to focus on what truly matters and maximize your potential for success. Remember, the goal isn't to work more, but to work smarter. By embracing the 80-20th rule, you can streamline your efforts, enhance your productivity, and ultimately, become better than yesterday.